deeply taboo. I've been meaning to do collective reads on here, so I figured with the weather changing, what better time to kind of start. I usually offer personal reads, but on a smaller scale. So if this message resonates with you, the best way to reach me right now is going to be on my Instagram if you want a more in-depth reading. But for now, let's just get into it. These are the decks that I was called to today. So I have the Eternal here, if you can see it, the Crow Tarot, and then the Wild Unknown Archetypes. I think I'll start with the Crow Tarot. For my question, or I guess what I want to get into, I feel like there's been like an air of like uncertainty in a way, kind of like solitude. It's an energy of like walking in a circle almost. Like trying to find the words to describe it. It's like I'm getting like Pisces energy is probably a good way to describe it, where it's kind of like the energy of knowing things but not being able to tell other people, one, and then two, not being able to articulate the way that you feel, like the things that you know, not being able to articulate it. So it's like, yes, I know this stuff, but there's a feeling of disconnect and confusion in the fact that you can't really share that knowing with the people around you. Yeah. This feels like something that's been extended, and there's like a liberation feeling in that, of course, but then there's the feeling when it just continues that it can become lonely. So yeah, Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It's giving like this energy of like, it was kind of quick too. Yeah, that's the Two of Wands. I feel like it's very, yeah, there's an energy of like having to make a decision here, having to choose something. These cards are like, they're not jumping out, but they're presenting themselves very quickly. I feel like it's like kind of what I was feeling anyways. It's like the cards are like showing themselves to me, but then I have to like do extra work to get them to come out of the deck. Usually when I do it, they jump out, but it's like this energy of like, I think I'll do 6 of these, to be honest. Yeah, I want it to come out. Deciding what you want for yourself, and not really not really worrying about the physical actions yet. Yeah, it's very much there's like a quality of having to focus more on the best choice instead of the right choice. I was really wanting to say quality over quantity, in which it seems like there are so many options here, and several of them may appear to be right to other people, but it's not really what you want to do. Yeah, there's very much like an energy of having to take a risk and having to choose something that you didn't expect, even maybe didn't want. Like, there's an energy of, I'm gonna get some more from this deck since I said 6 from there. think I'll get 3 from here. There's an energy of just having to make your own decision, even at the cost of letting other people down. Honestly, it's really appearing like not even worrying about letting people down. Like, that shouldn't be your focus at all. I think the choice is on reaffirming, or kind of like continuing to step into a position of centering yourself. There's something about having to take your time more than usual. But it seems like everything's gonna work out. Like, it's like having to hang in there for just a while longer. And it's like there's something completely different around the corner for you. It's like, I was like getting an image of 2 different things. I don't know. I'm not sure where I guess this imagery is coming from, but it's like the association between birds and cats sometimes. I think I'm thinking of Haikyuu in particular, to be honest, but particularly between the crows and then the cats. So yeah, but it's like this feeling of there was like a need to be scrappy, like there's not enough to go around, and like having to be prudent and really cautious. But the imagery, or like the thing that popped into my mind, was like when a cat will be like so excited to eat, and like let's say they get into treats or they get into their food and they just stuff themselves, like they just gorge themselves, and it's kind of like that's not really a good thing. But for the cat, and everybody talks about their cat, where they're like, oh my gosh, this human didn't feed me. Like, I get fed at, like, they get fed at 5 p.m. every single day, but they act like they're starving every time they eat. So that image of like the cat getting into food and binging, it was just like, they're so happy. They're like, this is amazing. Like, finally, the food is not being rationed anymore. But from our perspective, or an outside perspective, it's like, oh my gosh, they're gonna make themselves sick. Like, they have this really strict routine they need to be sticking to, and like, oh my gosh, how did they get into the food, and like worrying and so on and so forth. And like, yeah, that's normal. But from the cat's perspective, like I said, they're happy. They're like, yay. You're like, yay, this is it. This is my time to shine. No regrets. And I have a card, please, for the 2. I'll go first. Okay. I was like, okay, that didn't want to come out. Yeah, it's very much of like leaving behind old choices, leaving behind old ways of being, and kind of just like choosing the new thing, choosing the one thing. Like, yeah, I have these options over here, but let me go choose what I actually want. Yeah, there's just this energy of like, oh my gosh, should I? It's like, okay, it's like you're the cat. And I don't know why the I think maybe just because of the bird imagery in the cards, but you're the cat, but you're thinking like a human. What I'm getting also, what just popped to mind, parentified child, right? So they should be out having fun. They should be on a playground with other kids. They should be being a kid, right? But a parentified child has so much pressure and responsibility put on them that they no longer act like a child. They have this worry and they have these responsibilities on them that, while like we can look at the perks of it, you know, like we can say that child learned how to be rational earlier, or this or that. But in this situation, the reality of it is they were robbed of being a child. And there's just this energy of like, it's okay to go and choose the thing that truly brings you happiness. It's okay to go and do the unconventional thing. It's okay to chase your dreams, even though there's this, and it's not an outside perspective. It's like your other self, or like your past self, that's being like, no, we could have never done this. We could have never done this. Like that child being like, oh, I can't eat candy. I can't know. Yeah, they're at a sleepover with their friend, and the mom comes in and is like, oh, I got you all Skittles and chocolate and da-da-da. And the parentified child is like, no, my mom doesn't let me have that. I'm like, I'm sorry. But, and then, if, it depends. But in this situation, the positive thing would be this child being like, oh, I'm with my friends. Like, we're having chocolate. It's just one day, da-da-da. Like, I should have chocolate with my friend. I don't know. That's like what I'm getting. But let's see. I think I'll get one of these and see what that says. A song that was just playing before I started this video is called Misconstrued by, I don't know how to say her name. I don't really want to butcher it. Maybe I would like remember to put it in the bio or something. But let's see. I feel like there's just this feeling of, and that's so interesting that I use like the parentified kid as an example, and then I get the orphan. But it's just this feeling of like that same isolation that parentified kid goes through in that situation. If they're like, no, I can't, but all the rest of their friends are eating chocolate and they're having a good time, and they don't maybe understand, or maybe you in this situation don't understand that you are putting limitations on yourself that don't need to be there. And that's what's making you feel alone, not the fact that you're actually alone. I feel like there's just such a clear way out of this. Like, it's simple. It's more simple than maybe it seems. Or it's more like, you know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe a more evolved version of that metaphor would be like somebody just knowing like, oh, I have a sweet tooth. Like, I like to eat candy, but I make sure that I watch how much candy that I eat. I make sure that I don't go overboard. I make sure that if I eat candy, I also eat vegetables. If I do this, I also do that. And it like opens up a new energy that is like, a breakthrough in a really positive way. And it just seems like this is like a really good thing to take a risk on, to take a chance on. It's very clear that this is like a subject of worry. Like, this is something that is bothering you, but it's not that it's not a big deal. It's just that you're more than equipped to handle it. So that's what I have for that. Let me know if you guys resonate. And